Today, we are honored to be joined by Mohanji, who is a philanthropist, a renowned teacher, and a humanitarian. Please join me in welcoming Mohanji.
Thank you. Thank you so
Mohanji,
much for
welcome to the
inviting me.
show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So Mohanji, again, we are so appreciative to you. The whole team at PCRM is so thankful and grateful to you that in spite of your busy schedule, you found time for this class to help our audience fight diabetes with food and share your thoughts about your journey and how this can help them not only for their health, but also for so many other reasons. This plant-based diet is so helpful for them. So Mohanji, we want to start with that question is that you have been following a plant-based diet before it was even popular to do so. So what got you started down this path?
I'm following a plant-based diet since almost 20 years now.
Wow.
And the fundamental reason for thinking about it was the cruelty factor. I was not aware that dairy industry has a lot of cruelty behind it. I was not aware. I was working in the Middle East in the shipping business, and I used to travel a lot. So I used to consume a lot of vegetarian food. I was a vegetarian for a long time, much more than 20 years. Then I realized that the cruelty behind the dairy industry means so many calves are killed, cows are impregnated, artificially impregnation, so many types of cruelty, which really shook me. I did not know. Then I decided I will not be participating in it. Now, globally, the people who connect to me are also following the same diet. But the fundamental reason was no violence. Okay. So that was the fundamental reason. Then, of course, the health benefits. And I was a diabetic earlier, and I completely controlled the diabetes through a system of diet, which is simple. I do not eat anything after 6 p.m. I eat only before 6, from 6 to 6, or probably 7 to 6. I reduce the time of consumption. Secondly, what I follow is that I avoid any kind of dairy or animal related products as much as I can, and almost 100%. So even when I'm traveling, I'm very careful. I sometimes carry my food. I follow that diet. So the advice, if I can give to people, is that it's definitely possible. Great salads and great food, and you don't have to really compromise on the taste. So we think that because we are plant-based, there is a limitation. There's no limitation. In fact, and also I came out of all the supplements. I have not taken any supplements since almost a year now. Completely, no medicine, no supplements. It's completely based on food, and that too in a controlled environment. And that's not in a denial thing. I'm not denying food at all. And a lot of herbal teas, we can supplement ourselves with normal food. And especially when we have a space, we can have organic food. Now in many countries, we are helping people to have farming in their house, vertical farming. This is so that people can be self-sufficient. So the plant-based is the new passion. Being plant-based is the new passion, and this will definitely grow.
Wow, these are so thoughtful words, Mohanji. I wish I don't stop you and you just continue, because there is so much information there that what you are saying is, yes, definitely there is so much cruelty. And other than that, we also know it is good for the environment because this greenhouse gas emissions and so much cholesterol and fat is there in dairy. So it's definitely not good for you from all angles. Thank you for sharing those thoughts. Yeah.
Also one other thing, as we meditate and we try to connect to our inner core, the silence, we realize that anything which is of violence behind it, if we consume, even not only food, even if we consume emotions, whatever we consume through our mind, through our body, through our intellect, information through our intellect, all these affect our life. Everything affects. So especially when we make our body a graveyard of dead animals, and they have died with a lot of pain. And if we use cosmetics, which has lots of animals killed for experimentation, I'm totally against this primate experiments, etc., in the laboratories, because they are almost equal to us. They have families. So when we disturb and destroy families, when we disturb the nature because of our appetite, we pay the price for it. And we may become insensitive because we see only the beautiful packets, which is in the. But behind that, there is a lot of angst, the pain behind it, and that goes into our system, and you can't meditate. Your body refuses to be aligned because mind is disturbed because of these vibrations which comes through it. Plus, as we go more and more deeper into silence, that's the core of all sounds. All sounds have come from silence. So when we are trying to go inside and go deeper and deeper into layers of silence, everything we consume starts making a difference. And you can't really consume these.
Wow.
I also drink a water which is developed like a coherent water, which is developed by two very, very sensitive Dutch scientists. They're very close friends of mine. It's just making water coherent, means making water alive. And that they have done tremendous experiments. I was in Amsterdam recently. I was in their farm where they are cultivating vegetables. And all these vegetables are fighting for themselves, means they have immunity because of this water. Means we don't need pesticides. We don't need any of the things which we put on the ground to manipulate the earth. We don't need all that. And this is natural for us. Those food, that water merges with you. That food becomes you. It's not the food that kind of goes in and then does whatever it takes. It's not that. The food becomes part of you. It melts into you. So this is exactly what I'm promoting in the world. Not exactly the method, but being conscious.
Right.
So that each country, each people can think about it and make sure that they should not participate in any kind of violence. And through that, they can enhance their own equilibrium. And when we have a world filled with people who have great equilibrium, there will be no wars, no bloodshed, no calamities, no anger, hatred, nothing.
Wow, amazing, Mohanji. Like, these are amazing words. And I think that brings to the next question, that we know that, you have already touched on this topic a little bit, that the food we choose has an impact on everything around us, right? That's what you are mentioning. And it's like meditation, and that so much cruelty is around. You will never have that peace. And you have a viewpoint on how eating a plant-based diet can impact our conscience or soul. So would you want to speak more about that so that people can understand that there is more to that just by eating this plant-based diet?
Sure, Zishan. I believe in consensual. That means when we eat something, it should not destroy or disturb the plant. I do not believe in sprouts. I don't eat sprouts because they are embryos of the plant. They will become the future plants. And I tell in our world, the Mohanji community also, never destroy or disturb or waste food. So we do consciously. It's not that we are over conscious about our food habits. It's that by nature, we will not eat things which can probably become another, which has a life. So we can eat anything which is consensual, like, for example, a mango or an apple or a fruit, like a tomato, a vegetable like tomato. With the plant is not disturbed. They are just like nails. So if you take a mango, the mango tree is not affected. In fact, it's happy because the seed is going away. And like that, we can eat anything from the earth which is not disturbing or destroying that particular plant. This is my concept, and that helps us, especially what has seen the sun and grown on the ground, seen the sun. They enhance our energy because they absorb the sun's power, energy. And when we consume it, even if it is cooked, it enhances our energy. It makes us more vibrant, alive. So the food habits should be, these are things which nobody need to tell us. We can feel it, especially when we move towards a more of an energy nature, conscious life. Simple, it's not even spirituality. I'm talking about being conscious. We are walking this earth. What footprints are we leaving behind? It can't be that it destroys the earth further because we are alive. Instead, it should enhance and regenerate or rejuvenate the earth because we have walked here. If we take that one decision, all the other things that we deliver will be positive. So it's a positive outlook, and it's not an option or something. It's our responsibility.
Right.
I don't even look at food as an option. It's my option to eat meat or not. It's not an option. If eating meat means killing somebody or denying the life for somebody, it's not an option. For anything which is not, like, for example, consensual, I mean consensual, where the plant is not hurt when you take the fruit away,
right,
or the food away. So there is no option here. It's about us being sensitive. It's us having conviction that we cannot hurt earth in any way.
I think Sapna has definitely a question for you, Mohanji.
Yes, Mohanji. So our participants are trying to switch to plant-based diet. What advice do you give them to I mean, of course, you've said so much, and it's all so good, but if there's any special advice you would like to give them?
Being aware, that's the main thing. Like I moved towards 100% plant-based because I became aware that pregnant animals are slaughtered for meat. I believe that womanhood becomes complete only with motherhood, and pregnancy is one of the most beautiful aspects of womanhood. And when we say that our appetite is more important, our taste buds are more important than the respect for womanhood, it doesn't hold water for me. So we have to be aware that because of our habits, how many beings are affected. So being aware is the most important thing. Then automatically the passion will come. I will not participate in this cruelty. Nobody should tell us this. Children should know that meat is coming from dead animals. They are not told the beautiful packets of a cow smiling and the thing that the cow is happy to give some meat away. So we have to make them understand. And it's not to make them frightened or panic, but make them conscious, make them aware. So first of all, we should be aware. We should be conscious about our life and its impact on earth. Then we should have conviction and also consistency. And it's not that I never ever tell anybody to deny anything. See, I'm using cheese, which is completely plant-based. Taste is absolutely the same as normal cheese. We have pizzas, which are like, I'm in Europe now. So all these things are available. The alternatives are definitely available, and we can create more. And I think recently I came to know that there is so much of dog food and cat food which is vegan. I promote everything like that. We can cultivate this habit, and we can make a difference in the habit. And also this whole idea about lack of nutrition is absolutely a hoax. Wow. I don't think so, because I was taking supplements until last year, because people said that if you don't take supplements, you will be exhausted. I'm traveling almost every second day. I'm in many countries, many programs and stuff. I'm not exhausted. I'm doing what I can. So these kind of wild guesses and some hoax scientific things should not be followed. If we have conviction, we'll have energy. Where energy comes from? Purpose. When our purpose is very clear, energy has to happen. It's not about food. It's a wrong concept that food gives us energy. It's not. Purpose gives us energy. When we are clear about our purpose, energy has to happen. It will come, and it will come as long as it takes, and in the quantity we need. And food will become only a supplement just to keep the body alive. More than that, water is needed, and that too, a water which is alive, not like the liquid which comes from the pipe, the tap. Many times we think water is that thing. It's not true. The coherent water, the water which is alive, it really immunizes you. It enhances your immunity. So I believe that if we believe in nature, nature will give everything to us as we need.
Thank you so much for answering.
Inspiring.
Very nice.
There's so much inspiration there. I am so thrilled. And Mohanji, I think we are promoting this plant-based diet and giving lectures in India and in America and so many places. And your thoughts, I think if I can incorporate some of those in my lectures, I think we can really go a long way. That's so amazing.
Please go ahead. I mean, I'm fully supporting this. I really support all such movements because this is the need of the time. The earth should be a better place. We should leave the earth much better than what we have received. Insensitivity has to end. Cruelty should stop.
Very strong.
Then life will flourish.
Good message. Very good and thoughtful message, Mohanji. Thank you so much, Mohanji. I wish we can just have you in the entire show for 2 hours and continue speaking with you, but because of the lack of time, and I know you.
I'm leaving for Turkey early morning tomorrow, and so I'm preparing for that as well.
Thank you so much.
I'm there with you in spirit, and I'm fully supporting you.
Wow, so nice of you, Mohanji. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Lots of love to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.